So what's going on, peoples? Hope everybody's doing good. Just a little update. So I copped this Mufka, the hydroponic system, just to try it out. As many of you know or probably don't know, Aero Garden went out of business. What was it, this week? So interestingly enough, I was gonna cop a Aero Garden, but I said, you know what? Let me chill. Let me wait. Being that this is my first experience, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all peeps. I said, let me go with a cheaper version just to try it out and see what the experience is. But like I said in the beginning, overall, the reason why I got into this is to become self-sustainable. You know what I'm saying? I already do the fishing. I'm gonna get into hunting next. So planting your own vegetable herbs and things like that, you can only enhance your lifestyle. That's truly organic when you do it yourself. So right now, this is day, it's not yet been 24 hours. As you can see the time down here, this is when I first started it up. I got the basil, parsley, cilantro, and dill. I got the cilantro right there. I got the dill in the back. I got the parsley right there. And I got the basil right here. So I'm getting kind of impatient because I want to see some growth. Oh, one thing that I did want to mention is that, yeah, I live in Florida, South Florida in particularly. And from being from up north, I love the heat, but I don't like to be hot. So I keep my indoor in my home relatively about 75, sometimes a little cooler at night. So some of you who I've seen, and I appreciate everyone, no names to mention, but everyone who I've seen who has these devices, these hydroponic systems, and utilizes them, I notice some people do have moisture, aka condensation, building up in them due to the humidity. So for me, since I don't have that, as you can see, I don't think I'm going to have much accumulation of condensation due to the temperature inside my home and where this is. So I'm going to get one of those, I guess it's called a hygrometer, that has the humidity levels and as well as the temperature, and kind of monitor that and see how that goes. But for now, of course, AI ChatGPT told me for now I could put a cup of water right next to it, and as that slowly evaporates, that can hopefully help the humidity in the zone. So we'll see how that goes. And upon the bootlegness, me being bootleg with all the tape and all that, I'm ordering caps and all that. Like I said, I did this spontaneously. Just wanted to get into this gardening. So I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Water levels ain't going nowhere, because obviously ain't nothing growing. So check back with me probably in about a week. Hopefully we got some growth. Be safe, peeps. One love. Giving you a little 10-day update. My little brownies are looking so well. Got the basil going on right there. Parsley taking a little time going through its germination stage. We got a little cilantro that started popping out. We got that little dill going on in the back. So we're looking good. We got a couple of different styles of lettuces germinating in here. And I got some mint and anise germinating in there. I'm just trying different methods, seeing what's good. Get the harvest popping in a few months to be self-sufficient. That is the goal, to be self-sufficient off of the land. Because you never know when you're gonna have to depend on your land. If you understand what that means, drop a comment in the sections. I'll holler at y'all later. And this is the other update on the other device. The rosemary and mint seem to be struggling, but I see roots forming, so we'll give it some time. Same thing with the scallion. I See little roots forming, but it's going to take some time. But on this side here, we got the different variety of buttercrunch lettuce. Seem to be doing pretty well. You see this one to the left, I had 2 seeds in there that were planted. I had to transplant one into this cone. And we still got one in the back that's still being worked on, trying to germinate, go through that process. So everything is looking really well for this introduction to my hydroponic lifestyle of self-sufficiency, depending on herbs, fruits, and vegetables, allowing yourself to plant them at home, save money, and plus increase your health, your mental abilities, and your physical abilities. Take care, people. What's going on, everyone? Just wanted to show you a quick update of my hydroponic setup. If you don't already know, I decided to dive into this basically to supply herbs, vegetables, and fruits on your own, growing them on your own. This is nothing new. Farmers do it. How do you think we get our food? Somebody has to do it. So as far as being able to do this at home, it's kind of ironic when I dived into this, or delved into this, whatever you want to use. Let me back up a little bit, because it just awes me at sometimes. The fact that I can build devices, buy devices, and just become creative and grow your own vegetables. You just got to understand what grows faster, what takes longer, a whole bunch of other different terminology that I'm using, cold stratification, things of that nature. That one was big for me. Manual pollination by hand, didn't know that. Simple, right? But again, always thought that nature, you can let nature do what it do, but how you gonna let nature pollinate something in your house? You got bees flying around here? You got that natural wind blowing at that pace consistently to let flowers pollinate themselves? Unless you do, then you got that mastered. Congrats. As for me, I'm just getting into this. So to see these lettuce growing, got lettuce in here. You probably can see a little stalk growing up right there. And I got one growing up in there. You could probably see it. Oh, it's on the other corner, but I'm not going to change it. But I got 2 seeds in there germinating. Mint takes a little bit longer, some brewing in there. I don't know, rosemary takes longer. I did do research, and these take a little bit longer. So now that I know, again, plant lettuces, leafy greens, arugula, kale, spinach, things of those nature, plant them together because they can bloom. These kind of herbs, thyme, mint, and stuff like that, plant them together so that they can take their own time. So in other words, it's kind of good that I have like this. So I can plant this and this, which takes longer, and this and that. You know, another setup that I'm getting into is what they call the deep water culture. So basically you take a bucket, you fill it up with water and your nutrients. You can put an air pump in here if you want to recirculate the water. And same thing, Bray. Same thing. You're growing herbs and fruits and vegetables in a bucket. You see? Now we're going to move over here to the grow tent setup. I'm going to get this set up. I just put this in here for now because I didn't have enough space on the shelving for that. But as you can see here, I got the basil growing, looking nice. Cilantro just started to springing up, and that dill doing a Fat Joe dance, lean back. I don't know how he leaning back and ain't no music jamming, but we get something to stand that dill up back there. And in here, I got some more lettuce. That's going through the germination stage. I'll show y'all really quick. You see those are in there. So I got those germinating. Got some thyme in the back. Excuse me, mint and aniseed. Those take longer. Again, as certain herbs, again, I mentioned take longer. And in here is thyme. So I got probably about 2 or 3 sprigs, maybe 4 in here. that got to go through the germination stage. So this gardening thing does take patience. You got, to make it fun. You can just go through it willy-nilly like I did and use YouTube University. That'll help you. But the key to make it more, I wouldn't say stress-free, just become patient, trust the process, you know what I'm saying? Just plant certain things differently, so you can see things that flourish quicker, bloom, and, it gives you that euphoria, I ain't gonna lie. And I think it always will, no matter how old it is. You plant something, and to see it grow, it's just like a child, so the same benefit. And success too. You get to different levels of success, it makes you better. Go through the lessons, learn what you got to learn, mistakes, whatever you got to do. But then make sure you reap the profits and the benefits and just watch them grow. This is the hydroponic setup. Got the mint little tank growing right there. We got another transplant of romaine lettuce. I think that's growing back there. I can't remember. I threw out the tag. This one is that red oak leaf lettuce. You can actually see a little reddish tint starting to grow on the leaves already. I'm gonna really like this one when it blooms. It's gonna look beautiful. Scallion didn't do too well. I heard it has difficulties germinating. Learning a lot along the way. Rosemary, that's another thing that takes quite some time. Gotta go through a process to germinate. But this right here, this is that butter crunch. You see one in the back right there looking good. Got another one over here. What is today? Today's about 23 days since I planted these. Looking good. And over here we have the basil. Give you an idea of how that looks. We got the cilantro, and we got the dill in the back. This was just a tester. That's why you see a lot of these pods, what they call them, taped up or have the little black foam covering it up. But yeah, next round, filling those up. Here's the butter crunch. Yes, sir. About to pick these in a couple of days. Some of these is over 6 inches long, y'all. Nice and healthy. This was a transplant. I did what they call a crafty method. Just put it in a bottle with water. Basically this. Somehow came home one day. My little tank was drowning, man. I had to go save him, throw my life jacket. You know what I'm saying? Did a little resuscitation. Put him in a new tank, a new home. Now he's thriving. But, yeah. Looking good, y'all. Oh, forgot to tell you, got the mint. Yo, mojito. I don't drink it, but I might make one.
That's what it's called, right? Pesticides?
Mm-hmm. Pesticide free. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Got another update for y'all on the hydroponic journey. I'm actually really enjoying this, loving it. I'm not even going to cap. Seeing all of these plants and herbs and vegetables. Let me not even say plants because I haven't technically started plants yet. But let's just say the leafy greens and the herbs. Those have been producing really well. Here's another update. It's been about, about 36 days now. And these lettuce, the butter crunch, although to me I still doesn't really look like butter crunch. Still kind of gives me that romaine-ish look. Because butter crunch looks a little bit lighter and thinner. But I don't know. Maybe this is a different, I was about to say strain. Let me stop. A different brand of butter crunch. Nonetheless, loving it. Tastes delicious. A very robust flavor. Back there we have the Swiss chard. I actually transplanted this. These I started in a germination tray. Started to bloom, so transplanted it. That is arugula you're looking at there. And here is the red oak leaf lettuce. This was also a transplant from the Crathy method. Cracky, however you pronounce it, my bad. And this is flourishing as well. So in here, I had planted mint thyme. And I forgot something else, forgot to label it. Again, label your stuff, people, when y'all plant them so you don't forget. But I don't want to take off the cover, but you can see that little green, what do they call it? Coleones? I'm still learning now, so laugh at me if y'all want, but y'all know what I'm trying to talk about. Hold on, y'all. Yo, what's good? Good morning, y'all. Just giving an update on the beautiful progress and what's going on. I'm stoked, man. I'm excited and seeing what's going on, seeing how everything is growing. Added a couple of things to the tray today. That's blooming well. Got the, I want to say this is cilantro. My bad, y'all, because things are young. I'm still getting acclimated with what it is. Yeah, cilantro over here. Got some lettuce. They call it Grand Rapids. In the back, got the 4 tomatoes. I had to transplant them. They all look like they're growing healthy. We got the big boy, the big girl actually. She's growing well. And I got this, I want to say this is red oak leaf lettuce. The unique thing about lettuce, y'all, let me tell you something. Get yourself some CalMag if you don't have it, especially with fruits, vegetables that really need that, I guess, calcium, magnesium, phosphate, nitrogen, all of that good stuff. I'm still learning, so y'all put it together. Y'all research it. I'll get back to you on that when I'm the scientific specialist on that. But other than that, when I add it in, I noticed that the colors, man, they really start to pop. And when it's deficient or the water levels are low, because this is in a cracky, you get the damn point. You gotta check the levels. And also get yourself some HydroGuard, because there's no recirculation. You know, the oxygen in the water just becomes stagnant in there. So you want to give it a little bit boost to prevent root rot and give it a little bit more oxygenation. So I put that thing in there, and everything looking right. Over here we got some thyme growing. I don't know if that's mint. Oh, there she go. She right there. She right there. And then we got mystery. I don't know. I effed up on this one, y'all. I planted this and don't even remember what the hell I planted. But I'm thinking it's time, because it's kind of looking a little bit more like these. These look the same. So I'm thinking it's time. Holla at your boy. I'm enjoying this process. Yo, as the saying says, the more you know, the more you grow. Peace. Top of the morning. Man, when I tell you people, I'm loving this. Some of y'all grow cannabis and I get it. Do what you do. But for me, starting out, just seeing you growing your herbs and vegetables in your house, in your condo, your crib, your home, whatever you want to call it, your lab, hell. If you got an RV trailer, you might be growing it out of your trunk of a car, whatever you got to do. And you sustaining off the land, agua, however you do it. Man, I salute every one of you. Just something that you don't live with regrets, but I wish I would have did this a lot earlier in life. You know what I'm saying? Self-sustainability. Said before, man, I love to fish. About to get into hunting, but man, this thing right here. Let me get into the roots for y'all. This is a beautiful thing. So this is Tiny Tim tomatoes. Go through it real quick. We got scallion, actually. The garlic chives apparently hasn't germinated. A couple of things I'm still getting challenges with germinating. Mint, right? Just making sure, yeah. One of those that takes a little while. For some reason, I don't know why I got so much cilantro over here. I'm gonna have to give some of these away. Got the kale growing right there. Scallion here. Again, we got thyme there, tomatoes, kale, tomatoes, and we have something called Grand Rapids TBR lettuce. Heard it's supposed to be pretty dope, pretty tasty, you know? So, just giving y'all an update. Got the Aglex holding it down with the light. We're at 50% right now. Didn't even get to turn it up yet. You know, so got the Vivo Sun oscillating fan in the back.
I wanna know, if I put my trust in you, will you put your trust in me? I wanna know, if they speak behind my back, will you stand up for me? I wanna know. I wanna know, no, 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 no. I wanna know. We could be better if I know you're there for me. I will be there for you. I wanna know. I wanna know, no, 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 no.
What's going on, my friends? Back with another one. Apologize the color. You already know. Got the new grow lights in. Yeah, you're not really gonna be able to see it too good with these lights versus this. Harvested from the I know this is not red oak leaf lettuce. I can't remember, but tasted great. Got the Swiss chard in the back. Got the mint there. And got the arugula. Got some new babies coming up. Sage, basil, sweet basil. And we got romaine, cinnamon. Still trying to spinach, y'all. And I put 2 Swiss chards back in there. But down here, we got some mint, cilantro, kale, Grand Rapids TBR lettuce, thyme, mint, tomato, basics for right now. Just giving y'all a... Let me swing you over to the other side real quick. Show you what's going on in the tent. We got the Tiny Tim. Looking good, looking good. That should be starting to bloom some fruit. Some tomatoes, I'd say probably about January, late December, they say. Well, not they, but just based on the estimates of how it grows. And as you see in the back there, let me go under here. This would help, right? You got the scallion growing here. And got kale and 3 tomatoes. Most likely I'm gonna give those away once they start growing. And this right here, yeah, this is at full. This I did in a cracky. I replenished it once, but I ain't gonna lie. It grew great. This is actually a red oak leaf lettuce. You can see some red hints in it. The only reason why it didn't fully bloom into this, because one, it's doing a cracky. It needs a little bit of oxygen. And it needs obviously the CalMag and some nutrients to keep the color in it. So I wouldn't recommend doing this in a cracky just for the sake of it needing those nutrients to really bloom in its color to be the lettuce it is. But other than that, still looks great, y'all. And moving on to over here, we got the basil. I don't know, this is like a basil tree at this point. These were my first babies, so that's why I'm really reluctant to cut it. I just pick them as I need them and just let it continue to grow until it actually, as they say, vegetables or fruits or whatever can taste a certain way. But yeah, man, I'm really enjoying this hydroponic journey. I'm loving it, digging it. Tried the soil, it works. But to be honest, my preference, to be honest, I really like the hydroponics because you see the production faster. It takes more science in it because you got to regulate the nutrients, ppms, pH, things like that. So you have to make the adjustments, add the water as necessary, change it out as necessary. So it's a little bit of work, but it's worth it because you reap the benefits of your harvest, man. That's what I'm talking about. So 2025, let's change your life, grow your own food, make it a habit. The more you know, the more you grow. Cliche saying, but yo, real talk makes sense, y'all. Enjoy your Saturday. Be blessed. Don't let nobody piss you off. You dig? Yeah, man. Come on.
Hey, wagwan, my brother, my sistrins, my peoples. There again with the next one. Give you an update on my garden. See how it a gone. Is it? A little tiny Tim Tank tomato them over there, so I grow good. Let them mercy. I have my kale. Boy, I never look upon it like this. See, it look good in the camera light. That's that Grand Rapids lettuce over there. I see you salivating with your balsamic vinegar in your hand. I see you. Got the green onion and scallion and ting, ting, ting. But yeah, man. Give this about the next month and a half. And it should fill up a tomato that I can eat. I'll make some salsa. And them thing there. With my nachos, I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, man. Nah, I'm not gonna have nothing ready for Super Bowl. I'll lie me out there. But possibly. But it look good, don't it? Look at more. What's going on, my peoples? Hope everyone is having a blessed day. Everything is good. No complaints. Why? Ain't nobody gonna listen to that ish. Just giving y'all an update. Check it out. Check it out. I put that vertical stack up in there. Just a little low budget version one. Amazing Creation, I think, is the brand. Kind of messed up. I should have just put all the cilantro and everything in there, but I put transfer the kale in the back, as you can see on the right there. Transfer the sweet basil. Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. I forgot to put a tag on that one. I ain't gonna cap. This is that tomato seed. Ironically, one day, if I didn't tell you the story, went to cut a tomato that I had sitting for a little while. It was a little overripe, cut it open, and I'm looking at some little white roots in there. But I didn't realize what it was because I've never experienced that before. I forgot what the technical definition of it is. I'll put it in, I'll put a little caption up there on what it is. But yeah, this is a store-bought tomato that I was gonna eat, overripe, cracked it open, cut it open, saw a little root, planted it, here we go. This is some cinnamon lettuce. Again, cilantro, Tiny Tim tomatoes. We got some scallion, garlic chives, didn't germinate, womp womp. Cilantro, more cilantro. We got mint right there. If you can see it right there. Yeah, that's the mint growing, so it's actually curling around. I had to put the little stick to give it a little support. Now it's hanging over. No, what you doing over there with the lettuce, you freak? And then we have the Grand Rapids TBR lettuce. This went through some challenges, man. But I guess it was just not getting enough water, because ever since I started giving it a lot more water, I can't say a lot like overwatering it, but a lot more than I usually do. I put some CalMag, some HydroGuard. By the way, that's one thing I did put in all of these, CalMag and HydroGuard, just to give it a little bit of, supplements. And here we go, Tiny Tim. Y'all probably like, what the hell happened to it? Yeah, I done over trimmed it. I got a little too excited. And when I did it, I thought the flowers were dying. I'm like, damn, man, I killed it. But then I look up here, literally 5 minutes before I filmed the video. Oh, what's that little? What's that? What's that? What? Let me zoom back in. That's a little tomato growing right there. That's the first one that I've seen. So yeah, man.